Bye. Well, I was spoken to, sorry, I was spoken to a few of them, I was spoken to Justine and that, and they were trying to get me out and stuff like that. The van can't get in, they're up there. Apparently the light building is only one room there. Apparently there's only one room there, access or something. It's something to do with the...
Maybe we can only take so many.
I think there's no one room here, they're all in the back. There's a magic birthday.
Comply?
Oh yes, you can tell.
Not like how much is it for an uplift, but how much is it to get on the repairs for the wedding night?
Cabin footprint, all that stuff. Recycling all that stuff. I know. You need somebody to just do stuff like that all the time.
Well, aye. Enjoy the better things.
That's it. That's all. Oh, right, there's no hurry for that. Thanks. Hello, right.
Aye. We'll just go home and we'll sit. It's under there. Aye, so we know it's
cool. See, that's the last person.
some kids we running it. That'd be brilliant, isn't it? Aye. We don't know.
We've only put up this week.
Alright, on the
Only this week. We had the fencing up and about. We did the preparation work and just put them in the last couple of days. I'm sure they might be doing the other bit.
Oh?
It's a horseshoe. Big granite chair. It's meant to be the talking chair. Remember that? Jimmy Maker was supposed to be the talking. He sat down on the top here. Alright. By there, and that was your piazza. Right? Behind the gate, piazza. We meant to be having no pizza. So that's what I didn't think they'd come here. I thought they were actually doing there with the chair and that was. So we sat in the chair and we saw them as well.
Aye,
so that was the whole idea. But that all got shut off. I think if people drink in it. Here we go.
Hello. Hello? Is this working? Mind you, I'm quite loud anyway, so you'll probably hear me. Well, all I want to say is thank you to absolutely everybody in the community for turning out today. There's kids from the schools, everybody round about. As you know, we've got Nicola Sturgeon, our Deputy First Minister, who's going to actually unveil the statues for us. But before I hand you over to Nicola, I've got a few wee thank yous just to say, sort of personally, okay? I'm not very good at this, I'm not very used to it, so you have to put up with me, because I'm not really sure where the microphone is. And I forgot my glasses. So, first of all, I want to thank the Artworks Programme, Turner Townsend, Scottish Enterprise and New Gorbals for funding the whole thing. I particularly want to thank everybody here for turning out today because it's really nice to see everybody. And it's been quite interesting over the past few days because Liz and I have been wandering around, sort of putting out posters and bumping into people in the community again. Because as you know, Gorbals Arts Project isn't actually based in the Gorbals anymore, which is a bit of a shame. And we do miss it. And we bumped into some of the kids and they're saying, why is there no arts project? Why is there no arts project? And some of these kids left the arts project 5 years ago and they still miss it. And all the ladies that have come from the painting class, it's lovely to see you all again as well. And we do hope that sometime in the future we'll be able to start. But thank you all for coming. This is the bit where I have to remember everyone. Now I want to thank Beltane Studios, who's the foundry where the piece was cast. I'd like to thank Jason and Margie MacDonald from P. Lipton Memorials for all the help that they've given us generally in everything, and for having to deal with the very complicated pieces of artwork that Elizabeth makes for them. Also for donating this fabulous plaque to us today. So if you're here, Jason and Margie, thank you very much. I'd like to thank the order of event. The order of names is not the level of gratitude, just the way I remember them, okay? So Roger, over here from the company Groundworks, for the fabulous job that he did with installing them and made it a very, very stress-free time for us. Mrs. Thank you, Roger. And he also changed my tyre in between times, so thanks for that, Roger. We'd like to thank Mrs. Marzaroli, who's come along today. Thank you for coming, Mrs. Marzaroli, and also thank you for allowing us to use your husband's fabulous work to make the artwork. So thank you. I'd like to thank Fraser Stewart from New Gorbals Housing Association, not only for going for the water and the orange just for me today, Fraser, which was very, very kind of you, but for all the help they've given us and everything. Not only giving us work when they can, but their staff there often allow us to do all our photocopying, and everything, and generally just kind of look after us, and I'd like to thank you for all the help that you've given us. I'd like to thank the head teachers for bringing the kids along and for allowing us to come in and work in the schools throughout the years. I think I've already said thank you to Nicola, but if I haven't, you're on my list now, so I'm thanking you again. The other people, if Gordon Smith's here today, I don't know if Gordon is, but he is. He's a man that I want to thank, because if it hadn't been for his help and his foresight and seeing the value of the Gorbals Arts Project, we'd have gone bust 2 years ago. So thank you very much, Gordon, for all your help. And I also would like to thank Sadie and James Peden, who are Lizzie's mum and dad. Now, not only for giving birth to Elizabeth, which is why we're here in the first instance, but for all the help, all the pots of soup and the pots of stew that they bring down to the Arts Project when we were in need. And Mr. Peden particularly today for helping us out of this very difficult situation. Are you here, James? Are you still serving tea? He's here. I'd like to thank James for getting the hall sorted out for us and serving up all the teas and coffees, so thank you, James. And last but not least, there's one more other person that I'd like to thank, and I'll probably get into an awful lot of trouble for this because she hates to be mentioned, but as you can see, she's cringing as I speak. Everybody, I think, has to give a great thanks to Elizabeth Peden, because, just a minute, you need to know why. You need to know why. Not only has she produced fabulous artwork throughout this area, most of you don't know a tenth of the work that Elizabeth has done all over the city, and once you go back into the hall, there's a slideshow running of all the fabulous work that she's done everywhere. But not only that, Elizabeth is one of these people who's just what every community needs. There's hardly a person in this community that she hasn't helped in one way or another, whether it's painting their houses, interior designing, putting up their shelves, putting up their mirrors, you name it, Elizabeth does it. And all the kids that she's helped passing through the Gorbals Arts Project to get their portfolios together to go to college. But one thing most of you don't know is that several years ago, when the Arts Project was in yet another crisis and it had no money, Elizabeth gave up her own ambitions to go on to university to study product design in order to stay and run classes free for all the young people in this community. So I think it's about time that we all put our hands together for the Gorbals girl that gave us the Gorbals boys. Liz Peden. So I'd now like to hand you over to Nicola Sturgeon to do all our official